Are you a beginner producer, or you want to be a producer, but you don't want to scroll through hundreds of videos of other producers overcomplicating what we do like it's rocket science? Well, yeah, you stumbled across the right video. In this video, I'm going to break down my production process in the easiest way possible, to where there's no reason why after this video you won't be able to make your own beats that sound like this. Or that sound like this. Or that sound like this. In all these beats, I use the same method that you're about to see in this video. But I appreciate everybody's support. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Alright, let's get it.
First thing is to find your sample. You can go through YouTube, TikTok, Splice, TrackLib. You can download sample kits. It's a variety of ways, but right now we got a sample off of YouTube. You could do this in Fruity Slicer, but I use Serato Sample. You can rent Serato Sample, or you could just buy it out. I bought it when it was $100. It might be a little bit more now, inflation, but I'm using Serato Sample for this video. Same, what I like to do, they have 3 options on here: set random, find samples, and set slicer. I always set slicer. Then what I tend to do is I press this, so it gives me bigger chops. You see the BPM is set to 76, and my BPM is set to 140. My favorite range to produce is around 83 to 93 BPM. So we're gonna set this to 87. You can pitch it up. If I pitch it up, I'm probably gonna go no more than 2. I literally never go no more than like 2 or 3. But anyway, usually I use, and a lot of times I use drum loops, or I use, hi-hat loops. But for the sake of this video, to show you how to produce, I'm gonna actually make my drums. So first, let's get my favorite snare. This is my favorite snare. If you watch my videos, you can see I use that snare in a lot of beats. But anyway, so producing at lower BPMs, like I said, I produce at the range of 83 to 93. I produce at the range of 83 to 93. It tends to, you hear the metronome, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I always say if you can count to 4, you can produce beats. But so when I'm producing at lower BPM, such as 87, I always put it at the 2 and the 4. 1, 1, 3, 1, 3. You feel me? But when I'm going to higher BPMs, such as like 160, but when you cut 160 in half, it's still 80 BPM. But when I go to higher BPM, such as 160, I go to 1. I always go onto the 3. I always put the snare on the 3. But this isn't a 160 BPM beat. I always turn my snares up. And then, you can play around with the snares. And then I'll turn the extra snares down a little bit to make it a tad bit more interesting. Then we click this, highlight that. And for that, I press Control B. Then I like to play with, if you guys can hear that Christmas music in the background, my daughter just got a new toy and she's been pressing it and playing that music nonstop for the last 24 hours. So I apologize. But most likely, y'all probably can't hear it. But most likely, this is not a good mic, so y'all are probably hearing it. But anyway, I like to play with the velocity. Then we just paste that over, paste that completely over. Remember, Control B. Yeah, bro, this is really gonna bother me. I don't know how that even happened. Okay, so I could change it like that. What I'm doing is I'm right clicking. See, this is how I had it. This is how I had it. I don't know what happened, but it's fixed. You feel me? All right, anyway. And it's always easier. Okay, so if I had to put everything in order, I go snare, hi-hat, and most of the time I just start with try to find a hi-hat loop. Like if I'm gonna use a hi-hat loop, I'll put the hi-hat loop in first, and then I build my drums around the hi-hat loop. But for this video, I started off with the snare because I was gonna make the hi-hats. So I'll start off with the snare, then I'll make the hi-hats, and then I always do my kick last. Take these ghost notes off for the tambourine. See, now the kick sounds a lot more simplistic, but better. I don't like that. Then I move the velocity of these just a tad bit, nothing crazy. The snare might not stay. Let's just rock with the hi-hats.
shame for me to be all alone. Knowing to let on.
Ooh, I ain't think about that.
For me to be all sure as that, sure as that.
All right, see, sometimes when you can't find a chop, what you do is you go down. Click this button to go down the sample. Don't touch nothing. No hit. Change the sample. Sometimes when you're trying to force a sample, sometimes just change the sample or walk away from it. For the sake of this beat, I'm changing the sample. See, and now it's an entire vibe. You change the sample, sometimes you get a vibe. That's basically the basics. That's the easiest part. This makes making music 10 times easy. You just got to listen to what honestly sounds good, to be honest with you. And you know, you can add other stuff like other instruments. So it's like, for example, I'm not going to do that for this beat, but let's go to Serato sample. See, like, we go to A, which is A major. We go to this corner, go to view, scale highlighting. We'll go to major, then we'll go to A. So all these white notes will be in A major. So if you wanted to add an instrument, you can add an instrument over top of it. Or if you wanted to add a bass line, you can add a bass line over top of it. I mean, underneath it. Textures, I love adding either birds or vinyl noise. For this beat, we're gonna go birds. So the biggest key is learn how to count to 4, find what sounds good, and if something doesn't sound like it's working, just change the sample. That's literally like 99% of my problems when it comes to making beats. If something doesn't sound good, change the sample, change the sound of the drums, then boom, we in there. You see how good this beat sounds now. Like, you see how long I was struggling with the last beat, and this beat sounds real good. Change the sample. Don't overthink it. Just change the sample. And if see, what, baby? Huh? What, baby? See, she just comes in the room crying for no reason. Cause fatherhood comes first. You feel me? Now let's put a little bit of Pan-O-Matic. Now we gotta kind of run through this thing. Some panda, tambourines. Turn the tambourines down a little bit. But what I tend to do, get a nice crash. I use the same crashes most of the time. Makes it more interesting. Then we go chimes. Put the crashes on the same track. Turn them down a little bit. Put the chimes on a different track. Turn that down a little bit more than the crash. Put some delay on it. A little bit of reverb. Let's see if we can find like a Vox that goes, hey, or something like that. Put that down low. Delay on that. Some reverb.